Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King DL, Lauren Frey, Glim Clover, Internet Blood Sports, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So, I noticed upon launch week of TMNT Shredder's Revenge that it actually did really well on Switch. It was number one bestseller on the eShop. It was a big deal, hugely popular. People were talking about it, people played it, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not playing the game anymore because I feel like I finished it and I experienced everything the game had to offer. But for what it was, right? I had a great time with it. I had a lot of fun with this one. I thought it was like a really solid beat 'em up, one of the best I've played in years. Great callback to like 80s and 90s style gameplay. I really appreciated. Great callbacks to Turtles. It got me back into the franchise actually. Like I'm trying. I watched the movie. Great shit. I'm going to go back to the 2003 cartoon. I I forgot how much I love TMNT, and this game really brought me back into it, honestly. And the thing is though, and the thing I found interesting was the weird console warring in between like Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch owners. And by console warring, I mean steampunks insisting that there was something wrong with the Switch version, that it ran at a lower frame rate, that it didn't look as good, that the online play wasn't as good, was that the Steam version was the definitive version of the game. And upon playing the Switch version, I kind of realized that wasn't true. But looking back on it and seeing how weirdly insistent these people were about how this was like a high profile Steam release and that you should support it on Steam, that you should only buy games on PC. It really does feel like there is concern among the Valve audience that the Steam ecosystem is losing out to the Switch hardware when it comes to lower budget releases. This isn't something people really talk about. It's not something people really notice because I think people have always taken it for granted that like Steam is always going to be like the default platform for indie titles or smaller releases. But Nintendo Switch is hugely popular with smaller publishers and fans of niche products, right? Like me personally, I'm playing through like Tormented Souls, I'm playing through like Cuphead, I'm looking at like playing something called Blue Fire, like TMNT 5 I picked up on Switch. There even when I had Game Pass, I was like trying games on Game Pass and then would eventually pick them up on Switch. I am considering picking up The Good Life actually, which I did put a bit of time into on Xbox. I I think I think steampunks are really losing ground in this specific area because Steam simply can't compete with Nintendo Switch, right? Like it doesn't have the same functionality, it doesn't have the same appeal, it doesn't have the same features, right? Like Steam just isn't as relevant as Nintendo Switch. Like sure, everyone can download Steam onto their computer, and a bunch of people do, but at the same time, do they really spend a lot of time playing games on Steam. Like, and I'm increasingly beginning to feel that isn't the case. If people are on their PC, they're like watching YouTube videos or like on social media or like doing other things. They're not playing games. Like I speaking personally as someone who owns Steam, I can tell you I haven't even really been tempted to look at Steam in the past couple of weeks. Like maybe I'll buy a game I own on other platforms on sale to like stream it or something. But like for the most part, Steam just doesn't have all that much appeal to me because everything I would be interested in has a better version on Nintendo Switch. And I think steampunks are acknowledging that. It's a big reason why they're pushing the Steam Deck so hard and why they're like shitting on the Switch at every opportunity and trying to manufacture these conspiracy theories. It's because they know deep down to their core that they cannot compete with Nintendo.